What's up, guys? Dante, aka Game Finable Games here, back giving you yet another Drama Scripted. And if you're new here, this is Drama Scripted, where I give you my thoughts and opinions on what happened in the past week of wrestling. But how we start off on every Drama Scripted, we start off with the ratings of the three biggest televised show in the wrestling world. And we have Raw with 1.8 million, and we have NXT 2.0 with 615,000, and we have AEW with 903,000. First, I want to start off talking about the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, which I think is June 25th. And so far, I know that there have been two matches announced, and these two matches are already crazy. Like these are, like, on paper they're 5-star matches. So I just can't wait to see them on when Forbidden Door actually comes out and be as a thing. We have a rematch from this year's Wrestling Kingdom. We have Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the IWGP US title in a rematch. And their match at Wrestling Kingdom was crazy. And the fact that we get to see them do it again within 6 months is even spectacular. So, that match is going to be crazy. And then the dream match that if you've been a hardcore wrestling fan like myself, I can't believe we're actually getting this match. We're getting the Red Dragon, Bryan Danielson versus the Rainmaker. We're getting Danielson versus Okada. Forbidden Door. That is insane. That is insane. Those two are the most spectacular wrestlers in their, DB wrestling over here in the States, and then Okada wrestling in Japan. Two of the top wrestlers of their country wrestling one another in Forbidden Door. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be crazy. Can't wait for that. And WWE news, here's so far what's listed for the men's Money in the Bank. We have Ricochet, Shinsuke Knox, LA Knight, Santos Escobar, Bush, and obviously on this week's Monday Night Raw, you're going to get the last person. Same thing with the women's. We have Selena Vega, Becky Lynch, Zoe Stark, Bayley, Io Sky, and then, last person to be announced. So far, for the men's and the women's, Cody got tied up with Brock again. So there's that. So I'm just gonna assume we're gonna get Brock versus Cody at Money in the Bank. I'm assuming you could probably call this your potential Money in the Bank card, because I'm going to go over some more matches or some more prop that may end up on this card later in this episode of Drama Script. So we may get Brock versus Cody in Money in the Bank. I don't see how this could last all the way to SummerSlam. That's too far. So out of everything that's been announced, unless like a new surprise comeback for the last wrestler, I have probably LA Knight winning the male. And I have hands down Becky Lynch winning the female. So far, for my predictions. Looks like we're going to lead into Seth versus Finn Balor as our first program for Seth Rollins defending the new World Heavyweight title. So I'm going to assume that makes Money in the Bank. Like I said, this is your probable Money in the... Not guaranteed, not official. The only two things that were official was the two Money in the Bank matches I said. But this is your probable Money in the Bank card. And then it looks like the thing with Jay and the Bloodline. It's probably looking like Jimmy and Jay versus Roman and Solo Sikoa at Money in the Bank. And then on SmackDown, they gave Asuka a new title, and Jason Waller is going to interview Charlotte Flair. So it seems like we're getting Asuka versus Charlotte Flair again for the 4th time. That's probably going to make the Money in the Bank card as well. And I just realized something. Rhea won the SmackDown title, but she's mostly showcased on Raw. And Asuka's won the Raw title. And come to think about it, we've rarely seen her on Raw, which is weird. Most of the women's spotlight has been towards the Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch thing. So they gave Asuka a new title on SmackDown. So are they going to switch? Because that means tomorrow they would have to give Rhea a new title because Rhea's belt is still blue. She still has the SmackDown belt. I don't know. This is where WWE does things, and yeah, things just get weird. But that's going to wrap this up for this week's Dramascripted. Short and sweet. Really not that much crazy news out there. Just sit and wait for everything to unfold. Collision debuts this Saturday. CM Punk is back for a second going around in AEW. Looking forward to that, seeing how that plays out. I'm more interested into looking at the ratings for that show, because this is a Saturday around 8 o'clock. That's what I'm mostly interested in. See how many other wrestling fans are watching it. But that's going to wrap this up for this week's Dramascripted. Remember, there'll be a Dramascripted every week on the Dramascripted channel. If you like what you have witnessed, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully we get to 200. And I'm out of here. Later, and peace. Be safe, everyone.